and welcome to Legislative Report with your State Representative Cris Dush, representing the 66th District in Jefferson and Indiana counties. And I want to say welcome to Representative Dush.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here today.
The purpose of today's little segment is to try to get to know you a little better, your constituents, to understand where you came from, where you're headed to, kind of in your public service career. Let's start, if you don't mind, if I can ask you whatever personal information you'd like to share, perhaps your work experience prior to coming into public life.
Sure. Most of my work experience revolves around law enforcement, corrections, security. Started out as a campus cop at Clarion while I was attending up there, but as a student officer, but went into the Air Force and law enforcement. I've done insurance investigations, the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections, and I'm still in the Air National Guard now in the security and law enforcement side.
You're a native of Jefferson County?
I am, yes.
Born and raised?
Yes, sir.
And
Love it.
Family involved at all?
Yes, my dad's family's from just east of, in Clearfield County, but my mother's family is just north of Brookville, and born and raised there. The people around, I've been all over the world. And the people in Jefferson and Indiana counties, that whole region of Pennsylvania, there's just no place like home.
I could agree with that. So what led you then from being in a private career in private industry to public service? What was your reason?
Well, I've done an awful lot of work with state and federal government, both within the Commonwealth, nationally, and working on the headquarters of the Air Force Special Operations Command for a while. And working with foreign governments from Britain to Baghdad. What motivated me to get in and get involved was simply seeing where we were heading. Our government's devolving from the constitutional republic that we were into something less. And I believe we deserve to leave our children that kind of a republic again.
Well stated. Obviously, in the course of your campaign, getting to know people, you knocked on a lot of doors, you had a lot of conversations. What did you hear from your constituents? And I know you shared some of your concerns, but about their concerns involving how government affects their lives.
Well, starting with the municipal governments, our school boards, our townships, our boroughs, the counties, they are getting so many unfunded mandates put on them by the state and federal governments that it's unfortunately putting the local municipal government leaders between the legislative rock and the hard place of their constituents. The legislature is telling them they have to do something, and then they have to raise taxes in order to pay for it. We've also done a tremendous disservice to business in this Commonwealth. We're driving industry out. Our corporate net income tax and our taxes are 49th worst. In other words, second highest imposition of taxes and stuff on our industry, and it's driving our industry out of the Commonwealth. There's not a state in the United States that doesn't have a Steelers bar in it, and it's because our best export's been our working class children. I want them back, and the people back home, they want to have their kids and their grandkids around. We've got a hugely increasing adult or senior population as relates to the working class and younger people, and it's because we're shipping our kids out to find work.
So you've quite clearly heard a mandate from the constituents you talked to and the conversations you've had running. Now that you're in office and you obviously want to hit the ground running,
yes.
What issue do you want to most get involved with first?
Well, the thing that I think will give us the most positive impact on Pennsylvania is to free up the natural gas resources, allow us to produce the pharmaceuticals and the plastics and the other spin-off industries that come along with the Marcellus. And on the legislative side, I want to look at doing some things like giving subpoena power to all the standing committees so we can start holding the executive and judiciary branches accountable again. We are supposed to be a co-equal branch of government. Right now we've kind of hamstrung ourselves, and I'd like to free that up. And there's some other things. I'm a kind of a guy that thinks outside the box, so I want to bring some of that to the legislature.
Very good. Well, as we wrap up here, I want to give you a chance to tell your constituents how they can get in touch with you. Obviously, you're going to be doing some outreach to them throughout your career here. Yes. How can people reach you? How can people talk to you? Where your office is located?
Well, we've got a new office in Brookville on 73 South White Street. It's the old Wasco Ford building for the people down there that understand that location. It's the Wagner Professional Building now. Speaker Smith's former office in Punxsutawney, we are keeping that, and I spend as much time when we're out of session but bouncing back and forth between the two of them, as well as here in a couple weeks I'll be down at Sykesville Borough. I'll be at municipal government meetings periodically, but if people want to go to www.repdush.com or look me up on Facebook at Representative Cris Dush, you'll be able to get some information there, and my phone number's available at both of those locations.
Very good. Well, it's good to talk to you. I know we'll have you back more, and you're going to have a lot to say to your constituents through the television medium. I look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative. And that is all the time we have for today's program. If you have any questions for Representative Dush, if his office can help you with any state-related matter, please don't hesitate to call him. And again, that contact information for him will be on your screen in a moment. Thanks for watching, and please join us again next time for Legislative Report with your state representative, Cris Dush.